Welcome back to another little review on my little channel here I have on YouTube. Today I'm going to be going over Season 5, Episode 7 of The Walking Dead. I'm just going to be going over the episode, what happened during the episode, I should say, and it's going to be spoiler related. So, anyways, let's get right into it. Today's episode starts off with Rick's group tearing apart the church and now fortifying it. They take apart the pews, as in the seats that you sit down in church, and use it as barricades and all that. But anyways, they just fortified the church, and Rick, Tyrese, Sarah, or Sasha, Daryl go off to Atlanta to save Beth. The rest of them would be Michonne, Carl, the father, and Judith are now all back at the church by themselves. The father actually looks down at the dry blood that happened that Rick killed the Gareth and his party with, and he just starts trying to clean the floor. He starts with his nail, and then he sees his nail starts to come up. But anyways, he just starts trying to clean the floor. Then right after that, Tyrese and Sarah talk for a bit. And then we go into a new thing where now there are three storylines in this little episode here. We start out with right next to it is Beth. We go find out what's happening to her. Beth goes to Carol, which we seen she got hit by the car. So Carol's in the bed in Atlanta, which is the hospital in Atlanta. So Beth goes to see Carol, but then the doc comes in, then Beth just leaves. Because I guess she wanted a little bit of privacy, but when the doc came in, she said, screw this, I'm gone. And then we go off to Glenn's group now. Glenn is looking at the horde. Then he just comes back to the regular group with Abraham and everybody. He talks to everybody but Eugene and Abraham because Eugene is now knocked out at this point, and Abraham is just in a mental state where he can't really do much. He just doesn't want to talk to anybody. So when they start talking to Abraham, he gets up and he's just about to the point where he's going to start fighting somebody. But Maggie points a gun at him, tells him to sit down, and he does. He sits down. And then we go off to Rick's group. Rick's group starts making plans about how they're going to get Beth back, how they're going to do everything. And Rick just says, let's kill them all and get Beth back and make the other guys surrender and just walk away. Tyrese says, no, that just doesn't sound right. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't kill anymore. And he says, why don't we take two of the cops that Don has and pretty much barter with them. We take two of their guys. We get back two of our guys. We trade each other. Then we get back to Carl's group, or the father's, whichever one I should say. But anyways, the father is still trying to clean off the blood off the floor, and Carl comes over and talks to the father about, we should teach you how to use a weapon now that you're with us. The father doesn't like it, but he actually picks up a machete. Then after that, he just walks away from Carl because he's just feeling so down that his church is pretty much getting ruined because of this new group they invited in. Right after that point, we go off to Beth. Beth is cleaning the floors when Don and another cop is just chatting along and they're talking about all different stuff. Then she overhears Carol's name actually pops up and they just say, yeah, we should not worry about this person anymore. She's taking too much supplies and everything like that. Beth comes over and says, what's your deal? Then pretty much backtalks them. Don says, let's take her off of the machines. If she dies, she dies. Then when the other cop goes away, Don talks to Beth and says, here's the key to the medicine cabinet. You healer, you're the strong one right now. I was wrong. This and that. So Beth now has the key to the medicine cabinet to actually save Carol's life. And then we go off to Glenn's group actually now. Glenn, oh my god, here we go again with the word names. But Glenn's group now goes for water. He picks Tara and Rosita. They just go off and start trying to find water, this and that. and pretty much they chat along the way. We hear this and that. Maggie's still with the truck with Abraham and Eugene. Eugene is knocked out at this point, so she makes a little roof with a ladder and some blankets, just so Eugene doesn't get heat stroke or something like that. Then we go off to Beth again. Beth talks to the docs. The doc actually knows that she has the key to the medicine cabinet, and he pretty much tells everything that she needs to go save Carol. Then we go back to Glenn's group. There's a lot of switching in this episode, so if you don't mind me just talking about each group. But anyways, she goes, where was I here, there? Okay, we're back with Glenn's group. They get to a stream, they start filtering water, this and that. They talk for a bit, then they see a fish jump in the water, in the stream that they're in. So, it goes to Rick's group again. So, two cops are going after Noah because they're hearing gunshots throughout the city. So once they catch up with Noah, they capture him. Then Noah says, you shouldn't have done this and that, or then because Rick's group comes out with pointed guns at the two cops. They talk for a bit. One of them says to Rick, are you a cop because you have the stance and you know how to talk to people, this and that. Then another group of cops, well, actually just one guy, but one guy comes in and saves the two cops that Rick's group just took over. So once they start driving away, Rick's group starts shooting at the car. They shoot the tire out. The car crashes. They run after them because they're starting to run out of the car. They didn't really crash. They just ran into walkers. But anyways, that's what happened. Daryl gets into a hand-to-hand fight with one. Rick comes up and saves him by pretty much knocking the guy off of him. Points a gun at the cop, and this is actually an interesting point because Rick was about to shoot the guy, but Daryl says, "That's not us. We don't do that anymore." And it looks like Rick's turning into like. I don't want to say this, but he looks like he's turning into a monster like everybody else in this world. But Daryl pretty much gets him out of that, and we go to Rick's group again. They're taking all three of the cops. They caught up with them, and they take them back to the building that Rick's group is actually staying in. And then we go to Glenn's group. Glenn's group kills some walkers and makes nets and all this other stuff to catch fish and everything like that. They make it out of their clothes, the walkers' clothes, and they actually get a fish. And then they find something interesting because Tara says, "You won't guess what I found." It looks like a yo-yo, but it might be something more that she found. But anyways. Then we go to Michonne, back to Carl's group. Michonne talks to the father, says this and that, are you okay? The father says, I'm okay, shuts the door where he's at, and starts pulling floorboards. We go to Beth again. Beth gives strawberries to one of the, I would say prisoners, but it's one of the people that the cops took. Beth gives strawberries to him. He starts crawling on the floor, coughing. Then the cops go over, just to see what's up with him. It's pretty much just a distraction. Beth gets to the medicine cabinet, gets what she needs, goes to Carol, and gives it to her. Beth talks to Carol, but she's passed out at this point. She will probably wake up. It's going to happen. But anyways, we go to Sasha, rips her shirt, and Tyrese and her talk for a bit. We go back to the father. The father actually gets enough floorboards off the floor, jumps through it, and he actually escapes the church. He walks away, but before he walks away, he actually gets a nail in his foot, and he starts limping away at that point. We go back to Rick's group. Rick is now talking with one of the cops. He's one of the guy cops. Then we go back to the father. the father is actually fighting off a walker. He gets a walker down. It breaks its back, it looks like, and he was just about to kill the walker, but then he sees a cross on her chest, and he's like, "Nope, she has a cross on her chest. I can't kill her." So he doesn't. He can't kill her. He walks away. We go back to Rick's group, which is Sasha talks to the same cop that Rick was just talking to, and then we go back to Maggie. Oh my god, there's a lot of skipping and changing here. But anyways, Maggie's talking to Abraham. Abraham's actually talking to Maggie at this point, and Maggie leaves some water for Abraham. Eugene starts to wake up, and Abraham takes the water. Glenn's group comes back, which you obviously know they're probably going to be like, "Whoa, Eugene's woken up, and Abraham's all better, this and that." Then we go back to Rick's group. This is the ending. This is pretty much the end of the episode. Sasha was talking to the same guy same cop guy, the guy that Rick was just talking to. Sasha takes him and walks him over to a window, pretty much on the far end of the place. Nobody can see them, but he pretty much says, "I know that walker down there. Can you just take him out of his misery?" Sasha was just about to. Then the cop knocks her out by pushing her into the window, and then she's just knocked out. Anyways, that's the end of the episode. Like I say always, just leave a comment saying, what do you think? What do you think of my little reviews here on my little channel? But anyways, like I said, I'm gonna say bye for now, and just like I said, comment saying what do you think of my little reviews here on my little channel. So, again, see ya.